You're so awesome. You're so awesome. You're so awesome. What's up, you guys? It's your boy Seth Velasquez, Geraldo, the third, the fourth, the fifth, whatever I am today, depending on what lit you find or whatever. But anyways, big ups to your boy Seth V. If you find a pair of Gerardo Velasquez Honduran military um, dog tags, those are mine. So can you please return them? Okay, because they come with something. So, but anyways, I still have the body. But anyways, so if you find a pair of like dog tags that are Honduran military and say Gerardo Velasquez, those are mine. So please return them, because they belong to me. But anyways, so yeah, so my dad gave them to me, my other dad, before he died in Honduras. But anyways, so that's what's going on, bro. So yeah, so I'm so grateful that we collabed on this. So big ups to the little that's helping me create or playing along with me with this thing. Uh, it's called The Good in City of Drugs. So basically, the character, his primary purpose is like he's a clean person in a world full of drugs, and they keep blaming him and assuming that he's a bad guy because the world is full of drugs. You know what I mean? But he's a clean in the world of drugs. So it's crazy. So his obsession is like, like he's going through all the social issues, and then the obsession is to not be like looking like he's on drugs, but he's broke, and like you know what I mean, stuff like that. Because it's not that they're on drugs; they're just broke and they don't have nothing to do. So, so what happens is the clean guy is like getting in trouble for the guys that are doing drugs that look bummy because they're doing drugs, versus like him being hit, and looking bummy. So it's two different things. So that's what's going on. It's like it's called the clean in a world of drugs, in drug city, clean and drug city. So that's what it is. And the primary purpose of the character in the whole like series of the character is that he wants to be credible, and then he wants to be known so that he doesn't have to be it. Because if you're doing drugs, they treat you bad. So like that's the whole purpose of the good, the clean, the clean in 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 Drug City. So that's that, or a good in Fear City. And now that one is different because the good in Fear City, his the primary purpose is to separate himself from the fears, But his like he still makes you go through the fears, but like since he's known, like and he's a good, he makes you phase through the fears. So it's different. So like you still get the same results, but better because you don't have to get coerced into doing bad stuff. So that's why it's a good and Fear City, and then the other one is a clean and dirty city in Drug City. So that's what's going on with the characters. And the cool part about the clean in the drug city is they can make other cleans, because they're not all the same. So thanks for playing along with that. It just took everything out of my head, and I was like crazy. So what happened yesterday before we did the Cocker Spaniel here in Vegas is like they were putting the guilt trip card, and I traded the guilt trip card, you know, for a death card to get zero to be able to live a normal life, like a normal person where nobody gives a fuck what the fuck I do. I could die, nobody cares, and I can get a job and nobody will give a fuck, not like a DJ, not like a known person, like just like a regular person, So that's what happened. So we traded the guilt trip card of like the cops killing my dad for the ability to be zero, so we can do the courses and stuff, so that we can be nobody, in the city, so we can be zero. Like in New York, you had to be zero. So that's what happened today. I guess we got back to the starting point, and then starting point hit. Thanks to Macy's. Macy's, thank you so much for the snapback. You guys are like working back to the future. I'm really grateful because that's where it started. I said that like there's a lot of people like that make excuses to deal drugs, and I have gone through worse things, and I don't deal drugs. It's crazy. Like my dad died, my friend's mom got murdered. Like I've lost all my friends. I got blamed for drugs, and I still don't deal drugs, bro. It's crazy. It is so fucked up dramatic that drugs owes me everything because they took my life, and that's the reason I didn't graduate college. So it's really important right now because I guess like it's a status thing to graduate college. I tried my hardest. I went to like Long Beach City College. I tried to go to the UCLA. I go everywhere, and then I couldn't do it. But I owe a lot of money. I owe Compton College. I owe Long Beach City College. I don't know CSN because I paid that off, but I only did classes there. So and it's the Cerritos College. So I just have two classes that I actually like did something, and they're both the same class. I guess they're like business management. So I passed both classes in two different colleges. So I mean, it's not much, but it's something. But it seems like I have grandparents, and they're like, or other parents today, and they're just like tripping. So that's what's going on. So thank you so much. I'm really grateful. And then the other thing I'm really like excited about, like it's either going franchise, like with my businesses, like buying franchise stuff, like or going and doing it myself and being an organic Las Vegas coffee. And I was thinking being an organic Las Vegas coffee is different than buying a franchise because, say, the franchise has racial problems in another city, I have to suffer for that. And the thing about that is like that's not my problem. And they have really big issues, when I just want to be the local coffee guy. So like if I was organically grown in Vegas, like the business, not the bean, you know, it'll be different because it'll be locally based and it'll be easier to manage, and then I can hire people that are able to be hired so that we could avoid being called racist and stuff like that, so that the fact is that like we're fair and just, because I guess there's a 10-year freeze where you make nothing, and if you haven't done that, I guess you're not able to work justfully in Nevada. Otherwise they give you dreads, or otherwise you're on drugs, or otherwise you're on something. Then that's the big flaw about Vegas. Like you have to go like 7, 10 years before they let you work, depending on people. So it's crazy. So that's why it sucks when you first move here. You go working at the fast food places, and they're like quick to fire you or whatever, and then it's hard to get your jobs back. But yeah, so it takes like 10 years before the community lets you hire. I guess it's the drought or whatever. So knowing that is like you have to be fair and just and things like that when hiring, and I guess like you can't like force hire people that it's weird. So that's what happened. So that's the difference between being going through all this and then being an organic coffee company in Las Vegas, because we're it's grown here. The concept of the coffee was grown here, and it's like it's gonna be like either Mr. Bear's coffee, because we only sell one type of coffee, and it's bear, and then you put the toppings like whether you want caramel or whether the difference is you make it. Like we brew it, and then you make it to keep the cost down. So you can have a dollar cup or a $1.50 cup of coffee. But then the difference is like you make it your way. Like you put the whipped cream and you put the caramel, and you make it the way you want it, and it's nice. So at the same time, it's personal, but it's only one type of coffee. So that's what's up. But if we go franchise, say something happens in Los Angeles and they have racial problems there, or they have any type of problem, you have to suffer it too. You know what I mean? And that's the part that sucks, to go through the dip, the 10-year dip to be local, and then have to suffer punishments of a company that has nothing to do with you. So that sucks. So that's what's going on. I'd rather just stay myself, because, all this punishment locally to be punished not locally is not fun, bro. That affects profits. And then when you've been broke for 10 years growing a business, it kind of does affect and it does hurt. And then it's like at the same time, it's like, do you want to hire local people? You get this and that. I don't know. It is what it is, bro. I'm just a small coffee stand, bro. I'm like trying to just employ myself first to employ other people. You know what I mean? It's like Bear Coffee, Nevada. Big ups to all my Bruins out there. I'm asleep, bro. I'm like the bear going through. That's why I don't trip. It's the bear style. Sleep. But anyways, that's what's going on. Thank you guys so much. Those kids are really cool, man. They're really nice. It's just trippy. Check out the next video, bro. Like, damn, girl, why you gotta be so sexy? Well, you're gonna be my baby's mother. That'd be really cool to know ahead of time. So you could like meet my mom already and get the ball rolling. It's just last night that was weird because I feel weird bringing life into the world when I don't really believe in life, and like I don't want to make slaves in this world, bro. Seriously, when I haven't even lived myself, and I don't want to blame my kids for like my terrible last life. It's it's crazy. But anyway, check out the next video.